Welcome to this week's edition of Just Ask Freeman. I'm Rebecca Powers. So happy to be with you today with Freeman Owen Jr., CEO and founder of Financial Sources, Inc. You have done this for decades, sir. And the one thing that I thought was so amazing that you said earlier, of course, we all know that finances and money problems is one of the biggest reasons for divorce and people breaking up. And when I said that to you, you said there's no romance without finance.
Well, there's not.
I love it.
There is no romance without finance.
It's true.
You know, it's kind of hard to have fun with no money. Now, when I was a college student, I winged it. You know?
Right, that's different.
But that's a little bit different. We're talking about preparation for retirement and the quality of life, how to offset and be prepared for various expenses. You know, in a couple of our shows, a few segments back, we talked and discussed about how IRAs differed from Roth IRAs,
yes,
and the distribution from. But let's talk about some more expenses, or elaborate a little bit more, Rebecca, on
the hidden
expenses in retirement.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, one of our shows we said, we had indicated, will taxes go up or will they go down? And you resoundingly said, hey, Freeman, taxes are going up. Well, that's true. We also discussed Social Security. Now, in 1935, okay, Social Security benefits were established. There was a bill passed by President Roosevelt. And he said, look, Social Security is not to be used as your retirement or your pension, but as a supplement.
Gotcha.
We didn't pay any taxes other than FICA. When we're gainfully employed, we paid taxes, Medicare tax and Social Security tax. We're going to talk about the eligibility quarters that are needed to get Social Security. Well, since we have the expenses of taxes, property taxes in some cases, we'll have, now the interesting thing is with income taxes will go away because we will be retired.
Right.
Don't have to deal with that. But let's suppose we're working and we have to pay various taxes. All right, now these taxes, believe it or not, did you know that we're taxed at the federal level, at least in my state, we're taxed twice on our Social Security benefit.
When it begins and when it ends?
When they get the distribution, when the benefits start.
Okay.
All right. Now, some states, you have to check with your state, since we are
multi-states.
Yeah, multi-state viewers from all over the country is watching this show.
That's right.
There may be an opportunity where you pay no taxes at the federal level. But in my state of Maryland, you pay taxes at the federal level, but not at the state level. Now, here's something that was interesting too. I got some callers that called me and says, Freeman, I got what we call an additional tax called IRMA.
We don't like IRMA. You taught me that.
IRMA is that additional surtax based and is predicated on the prior year's income or over several years of income, especially if you're a high income earner. You may be subject to, there's going to be taxes at the federal level for your Social Security. Then there may be a surtax called, or referred to as IRMA. Folks, you want to know a little bit more about IRMA? A lot more about IRMA. If you're one of those individuals who is a high and six-figure income earner, just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233. I think you should know what's going on with this surtax that is applied to your Social Security benefit. And I know during, let's see, from 1984 through 87, Social Security was taxed twice. First time FICA, we pay Medicare tax, Social Security tax, so many quarters we're eligible for Social Security. So this is a big thing when we retire. We got to watch out for property taxes, which could increase. Our Social Security taxes could increase, maybe. We get a little COLA, cost of living adjustment, but there could be a tax that is where our Social Security benefits are subject to.
Okay.
All righty. I'm trying to think of some other taxes. We got sales tax, but one of the things we don't have to worry about when we're retired, Rebecca, is income tax. We're now no longer retired. I mean, no longer working.
Right.
Remember I said we had to concern ourselves with increased healthcare costs, taxes going up. I think it was one or two others we were concerned about working, and then we make that transition to retire. Inflation's still going to be there.
That's right.
The taxes are still going to go up. Healthcare costs is going to increase.
And you're older too, so you'll have more health needs.
More health needs, and plus you must make this money if you have the resources. Let's say you have 250, 500,000 on up. You need guaranteed lifetime income to supplement Social Security. And so when you separate from service, if you're a federal employee or if you retire in the private sector, those same parameters are going to be there, and plus we're living longer, so we have to plan for that. And one way you can plan for it is just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233, and Rebecca, what you get? Tax efficient report. See, that's written out for the clients. When to file for their Social Security, how to maximize their Social Security. Now, notice I left the word out, how to, because I got a little story with that. I'll share with you in one of the later segments, okay, how that worked out. All right, now we talked about taxes. We also have to look at disinflation, cost of goods and services, how that's going to impact us. I discussed on one show the Secure Act and how devastating that could be to our loved ones who are non-spouses.
Yes.
Okay, and Social Security. Now we're going to have real estate property taxes, where we should also have, in some states, vehicle property taxes. That always interests me. You have, let's say, a vehicle paid for, and you're still paying taxes on it. Let's say you had the vehicle 10, 15, 20 years or so.
And you paid sales tax when you bought it.
Exactly. See?
Then every year they tax you to get that little sticker on your license plate.
Isn't that interesting?
So they get you from every side.
Yeah, and so when you're retired, you know, what you're trying to do is minimize taxes, all right? Have more income to do the things that are important to you and your quality of life. Okay, so we look at vehicle personal. Insurance is important. We've got to look at the fact that we're going to have homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
All right. Now, homeowners insurance usually track property taxes. When property taxes go up, so does your homeowners insurance.
Interesting.
Auto insurance. That's umbrella liability coverage. And then when I talked about the increased cost of prescription drugs, your pharmaceuticals.
True. I didn't think of that.
The services that are rendered. You know, you get older there, you're going to be going to see your physicians. Okay. And if you don't have the right coverage, you may be subject to co-pays well into your 70s or 80s. You have to be very, very careful because, see, when I talk about health insurance, some folks do not file with Medicare at age 65 to get their health coverage started, which is your hospital stay. Doesn't cost you anything, all right? But what if you fail to do it? and you ease into age 66, well, there's a fine for life.
Let's stop there if you don't mind. It's a cliffhanger because I do want to hear more about that. It's time to take a very quick break. I want to give you the number again if you'd like to call us now, 833-414-7233. Stay with us.
When was the last time you saw your financial professional? Are you getting the most out of the strategy that was created for you? Although you've done a great job finding someone to help plan for your future, are you 100% sure that you were given the right strategy? We can help answer these questions and more with a complimentary second opinion evaluation. We will take a look at what you have in place, then help determine if you are well positioned to get the most out of your future retirement income. In the event that it is not, we can help by making suggestions and showing you how to get on the right path. You wouldn't get just one opinion when it comes to a major health decision. So why would you treat your most important financial decision with such disregard? Call today for your no-cost, no-obligation second opinion evaluation to see if you are getting the most out of your retirement income plan.
Unexpected events like a global pandemic can turn our world upside down overnight. They can cause volatile shifts in the market and may cause you to question the confidence in your current retirement plan. As a pre-retiree or retiree, knowing you have a plan that can withstand the worst economic conditions can help you sleep at night. Contact us today for your complimentary review to find out where you stand. Just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233.
Welcome back. So the answer to the cliffhanger, you were saying if you don't take your Social Security benefits at a certain age, when you turn 66, what would happen?
Just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233. I have a solution. You can be informed. Let me share something with you. We're talking about financial literacy. You know, some of you who have seen me in person give webinars give workshops, provide workshops or present them to you. And I've said things like, many of us are educated, but never been privy to financial literacy.
Amen.
All right, let me share a little story with you. My father worked in a steel mill. And my mother, radio personality, she didn't know anything. My father didn't know anything about financial literacy. And I was a kid, and I watched how my parents opened up an account at the bank. All right. Now, opening that account, Becky, you ready for this? They got a toaster. All right. The gift that I received was a little thing which you could put quarters or 50-cent pieces in for a Christmas club.
That's so cute.
All right. Now, I'm trying to make this short, but I just got to share this story because I just love to provide financial literacy to my viewing audience and people that come to me for help. Get a chance, an opportunity, I go to college. I have an opportunity to work as a professional, as a mathematician. Now, got the education, but did not have the financial literacy. Because I remember as a sophomore, my father calls and says, "Hey, Free, I got a CD." That was the extent. That was the cap. Okay. Now, eventually, you know, I rise through the ranks of being a mathematician, but I'm spending and charging and I'm purchasing expensive automobiles.
Getting in debt.
I'm getting credit card debt.
Yes.
My wife and I purchased our first piece of property. We're in our 20s. Hey, what do I know? No financial literacy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know, folks, you're watching this show. Many of you are educated, but financial literacy, providing it for you is a plus. Just ask Freeman. Call me at 833-414-7233. Get a tax-efficient report. Understand how healthcare premiums will increase. Understand inflation, Rebecca. Understand how you can have guaranteed lifetime income that you can't possibly outlive and pass it on to your loved ones. You want to know about financial literacy? You want to know how to get your Social Security report so you know when to file and how to file? Just ask Freeman. 833-414-7233. And once I resigned from the federal sector, I got in this business, entered here. Boy, did I learn a lot in 43 years. And I have so much to give. Not this, to give.
To give. So much information. Is that why you wrote the book?
The 10 IRA mistakes.
Yes.
And the tax traps associated. Top 10, there it is. And as a very, very nice offer when you become a client of mine, we're going to avoid these costly mistakes. Why? Because we'll have financial literacy. And who's going to provide it? Just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233 so that you can learn about inflation and how to offset it, how to reduce credit card debt, how to have a very tax-efficient report written out so you even know how much money will be needed during your retirement journey.
Right. And
for many, many years. Not 5 years, 10 years. People are living long. Our life expectancies has extended.
Absolutely.
25, 30 years. Carolyn said to me, my wife said to me, she says, Freeman, you always talk about longevity. And there's more time in the back of us than in front of us. You know what I said to her, Rebecca?
What?
I chimed in, I said, well, yeah, but there's 25 to 30 years of retirement. So, and I also want to emphasize this. The younger you are, the more money you'll need for retirement. If you retire at 50,
Absolutely.
you're going to be retired for 40 years. If you retire at 65, you need to know how to avoid costly mistakes and how to navigate so that you enjoy your 25, 30,
Right.
35 years of retirement. Again, folks, just ask Freeman. Get your tax-efficient report. Get your Social Security report. And I want to also indicate, too, some more expenses. Folks really don't understand life insurance.
Yes, you touched on insurance before the last break. Is it good to get life insurance on your spouse, your children? What's the best route?
It is a useful way to establish a legacy and estate planning. Remember I talked about that Secure Act?
Yes.
Remember I said I have a solution? When it comes to life insurance, how to deal with that Secure Act? Just ask Freeman. Folks, y'all do this every week. You ask me. Just ask Freeman. 833-414-7233. Call today. And again, when you become a client, receive your book, The Top 10 IRA Mistakes and How to Avoid the Tax Traps.
Absolutely.
I also we talked about longevity too.
Yes.
How about long-term care?
Yes. Can we take a quick break? Because
Sure
that
can.
is a big subject, especially with the baby boomers, so many people retiring and aging. So we do want to talk about long-term care.
Long-term care.
We will be right back. And remember, you can always just ask Freeman.
When was the last time you saw your financial professional? Are you getting the most out of the strategy that was created for you? Although you've done a great job finding someone to help plan for your future, are you 100% sure that you were given the right strategy? We can help answer these questions and more with a complimentary second opinion evaluation. We will take a look at what you have in place, then help determine if you are well positioned to get the most out of your future retirement income. In the event that it is not, we can help by making suggestions and showing you how to get on the right path. You wouldn't get just one opinion when it comes to a major health decision. So why would you treat your most important financial decision with such disregard? Call today for your no-cost, no-obligation second opinion evaluation to see if you are getting the most out of your retirement income plan.
retirement planning can be stressful. We pride ourselves on being different from other financial planning firms. And during your initial meeting, we will get to know you and you will get to know us. We want to learn all about your vision for retirement, and together we'll design a plan to achieve your long-term financial goals. Our friendly staff will make you feel comfortable. The moment you walk in that door, call us today for your complimentary review. You deserve the retirement of your dreams. Just ask Freeman. Call us at 1-833-414-7233.
Welcome back. We're so happy you're still with us. We were talking about long-term care, of course. Do you buy insurance or not? And what about insurance for long-term care in case you need it? Hopefully not.
There's a 70% chance that LTC will be need long-term care. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use that acronym. Long-term care services will be needed starting at age 65. You just have to face the harsh reality. We can't perform 2 activities a day of living we take for granted.
Yes.
Feeding oneself, ambulating, bathing, even Alzheimer's and dementia. You have you're disabled in that respect, cognitive dysfunctions. So you're going to need some critical care I use for different types of products that I attach a rider to.
Okay.
All righty. So that reduces costs too, because unless you're purchasing a long-term care policy, say 45-50, starting there, sometimes the premium can be prohibitive. It's just too expensive for one. Well, I got a solution for that, folks. Call me. Just ask Freeman. 833-414-7233. If you're concerned about your long-term care, that's very, very important.
Well, I have a question. What if you end up not needing your long-term care insurance? Do they refund any of it to your family?
Well, it depends on the type of program that you get. There are various types of long-term care that give you a refund back, or some folks say never use it so they don't worry about it. So to get the answer to that,
just call Freeman.
Just ask Freeman. 833.
Just ask. Sorry, I got it wrong.
Well, no, hey.
Call, ask, same thing.
Well, ask Freeman.
And once they meet you, they will get that book, too, because that's a great read.
It is, and you segued right into that very nicely.
You're welcome.
Great host. The 10 IRA mistakes, she's talking about that, and the tax traps that are associated with it. Thank you, Becky, for bringing that up, because the clock on the wall is ticking here. I wanted to plug that for clients who or individuals, our viewing audience who wish to be clients.
Yes. This
is a great read, good read, simple. We'll be able to address a lot of the questions that you may have in developing your financial literacy as well, okay? So I hit on long-term care. Oh, let me share with you a mistake that a lot of folks, we're talking about either survivor benefits from a pension. I wondered, that was very important. Matter of fact, someone just called and asked me about that. Let me share with you what can happen and how there's a better alternative than purchasing the survivor benefit for your spouse.
Okay, we just have about 3 minutes left.
All right.
See if you could do it.
Okay, well, if I can't get it done in 3 minutes, folks, just ask Freeman. Call me at 833-414-7233, and I'll go over the different approaches to a survivor benefit for your spouse coming from your employer.
Okay.
Okay, now a lot of folks, they don't either. Some will not know how to make that happen, and then some who do make it happen realize that can be a big mistake.
Huh. Interesting.
I think I can do it in a few minutes here. All right, let's suppose you're a six-figure income earner, $100,000. Easy, make it simple. And you wish to have your spouse to receive half of that $100,000. So that's $50K. Now there's a cost involved in that survivor benefit. You have to pay for it, whether you're in the federal or public sector. All right, I'll make it simple. Let's pay $500 per month for a $50,000 survivor benefit for your spouse.
Okay.
From the employer. All right, that is $6,000 per year. Your spouse lives for 20 years, so that's $120K. Your spouse didn't pass.
Gotcha.
Okay, and you didn't either. Or she passed,
And you didn't.
and you didn't. So you put out $120,000 to pay for a $50,000 taxable distribution.
Wow. Okay. So it really is a fine balance. You have to look at each person individually
You have to do
and
that.
figure out what's best for them in their situation.
And I got a solution to offset that. You want to know, folks? Just ask Freeman.
Freeman.
Call us at 833-414-7233 if you have a concern about survivor benefits, which most of you do, would like to take care of your spouse and your children. Legacy. Just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233. And you know what, Rebecca, look like the clock on the wall is telling us something.
I know these shows fly by. It's amazing.
I tell you, especially when you're having fun.
I know, we always have fun.
Yes, indeedy, I appreciate you being here for me
Thank you so
today.
much, and I really appreciate all of your information. I know you've been like kind of teaching through the years, but you really should, if you ever do retire, sir, you need to become a professor and teach finance.
Well, see, the beautiful thing is I can teach it right here.
You can go to Bora Bora again and still help people on the
That's
computer.
Right. You want to know how to go, folks? Just ask Freeman.
He'll make it to where you're able to afford to go on all of these wonderful trips. We only have 30 seconds left. I want to thank you so much. And maybe we could just plug your employees because you have an amazing staff.
Yes, I do. I have an administrator. I'll plug Anna. Ms. Dabney, she's been with me over, I guess, about 15 years or so. She's a great administrator. I appreciate her. I have to plug my wife, who has jumped in there and helped me over the years in my career. After retiring from hers, she's been with me on the radio. She's been with me in CBS Radio 1580, among other things. But got a great staff, great support system. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Till next time.